Welcome back, everybody. Cape Rugby TV. We carry on talking about what's happening in the world of Western Province Club Rugby. Now, as you know, over the last 6 months, a lot of folks have been concentrating on education and training, especially in the online platform. But we are now finally back to a scenario where we're looking at coaching, preparation, a little bit more hands-on. And to tell me more about that, I've got the head of education at Western Province Rugby, Nazeem Adams, on the line. Nazeem, nice to have you back, Meneer.
Lekker, JP. Nice to be back. Also nice to be able to do some coaching courses and to have some face-on-face courses.
Yeah, so Nazeem, on your side, let's just talk a little bit about this. It takes a bit of a preparation before one actually starts with the course. But this was it now. Last week, Friday, you managed to get the first face-to-face course going.
Yes, JP, it was actually very nice, and I think the coaches also enjoyed that. We had some very positive feedback from their side, and I think they appreciate doing it now because they have a lot of time now, and it's important to do your levels now and to upskill you. So when season starts next year, I mean, you're ready to go.
So just run us through that again now, Nazeem. From a coaching perspective, you have what they call World Rugby. Does that mean that it's the same type of coaching course all around the world?
Yes, JP. Most of the countries they adhere to that the World Rugby level 1 or level 2, the education program. So it is an international course, and you get your certificate, and that will also help you to coach right around the world.
Yeah.
I mean, you have that certificate.
So let's talk then about the levels. You mentioned the different levels that one should get levels out. World Rugby Level 1. What is World Rugby Level 1?
Look, JP, the level 1 is an attendance course. Okay, so you'll get your certificate, but it is a very basic course. So you will do, especially what they'll do, they focus on planning, how to plan a coaching a practice session, how to implement that, how to do your skill training, and it's very technical. So it's important for coaches to start with that course because it helps you with the process of coaching. And I think a lot of coaches, they need that. Maybe they know how to coach, but it's how you impact that knowledge and get that knowledge across to your players. And I think that is the key thing when it comes to level 1.
Before you do the level 1 course, you've got to go onto the World Rugby website and do some online activity. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, JP, it's important that you do that. You need to register onto a World Rugby passport. Okay, then you will need to do your rugby ready. You will need to do laws, concussion, and your first aid. Then you will also need to do a COVID certification course. That's very important to do that, especially for our club coaches and all that's involved with rugby. So you know all the protocols that needs to be followed when you come back to training or do training sessions or even just normal coaching meetings.
And when you've done this, do they give you some sort of certificate, or does anything pop up? Nowadays we see all these online certificates, and once you're finished with it, it gives you a certificate.
Yeah, for each test you do, you'll get a certificate. So you'll get a certificate for rugby ready, laws, and all those. And you will also get a certificate for the COVID course.
Okay.
Then when you attend the level 1, then you will get a level 1 coaching certificate.
So what you said, of course, that one of the regulations or one of the criteria, shall I say, to come on your course is that you must have done that. How do you, Nazeem, know that I've done the course?
Look, that is all prerequisites for the course. What you need to do is when you apply, all right, then I'll give you all the details, and you need to send in your certificates to me so that I can see that you've done that. And when I upload your transcript onto World Rugby, that is part of that they ask if the coaches have done all the pre-course requisites.
What is a transcript when you talk about that? What does that mean?
That is just you go on to World Rugby, obviously I will do that and just indicate that you've done all the necessary stuff that needed to be done, requirements, and then I upload it, and then your certificate will, in a week or two, it will be available. So all the coaches need to do then is go after a week or two, Just go onto that registration or log on to World Rugby, and you will see your certificate will be available.
Nazeem, you've got a few more courses coming up though in the next few weeks.
Yes, our next course is on this coming Friday on the 13th. It is a S&C course, JP. Now, a lot of coaches is not doing that, and I will recommend that our coaches will actually need to do this S&C course. It's a conditioning course. And as you know, especially now during COVID, the first couple of weeks, you're not allowed to do contact. And this is the ideal time to prepare your players for the season ahead, to condition them, get them physically right. And that course will help the coaches to prepare their players for the actual game.
Do I need to be a sports scientist or a nutritionist or a personal trainer of sort to do your strength and conditioning coach course?
Not at all. I mean, it's for normal coaches. But you know what? What happened at clubs is that one coach will do maybe everything, or he will do the conditioning as well. But it's important that they actually do their level 1 conditioning. I mean, I myself is doing it because it helps you preparing the players for the actual game.
Yeah.
And it's important. I mean, that is one aspect that I think that we still lack when it comes to conditioning, preparing our players properly for the season ahead.
And of course, part of that is to make sure that you protect the players, the health and safety of the players, because the better the strength and conditioning, the less chance there is of injury.
JP, the whole course, World Rugby course, is about safety. Safety first in everything, whether it's your coach or conditioning coach, is all about safety. And you know what? It is so important that you understand and know the right techniques when it comes to do physical exercise. And that, of course, prepare you sufficiently to do that in a safe way.
Nazeem, we just interviewed Nell Rousseau, Western Province Rugby Women's team manager. Tell us a little bit. We see they're rolling out a very exciting course here, which is a high-performance coaching course exclusively for women.
Yes, JP. In conjunction with that department, with Semi Malatsi also, we decided to do that. You know what? It's important that we look after our ladies and upskill them, but not only doing the level 1 course and then leave them. The idea is to take them through to level 2, to have continuously have workshops next year and prepare them. So when they do the level 2, they're ready. And not only for them to get a certificate, but also to create opportunities for them to coach.
Yeah. Find a club and get involved.
Yes, JP. I mean, it's useless also you upskill them and you don't create opportunities for them. And the idea with this whole thing is to create opportunities for our ladies to coach, to actively coach and get involved in the game.
I think that's fantastic, Nazeem. Those are great initiatives. So just your next course is on the 20th of November. I understand the deadline is this Friday for applications. Is that correct?
Yes, JP. This coming Friday, the 13th, is the S&C course, a strength and conditioning course. So that's been sorted. And then the next level 1 course is on the 20th. Okay.
20th of November, level 1 course. That's where we all get started.
Yes, JP. I mean, I really would urge the coaches to apply and to do these courses, especially now when you do have time. I mean, you might not have next year the opportunity to do it.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we're getting back on the park quite soon. Nazeem, thanks so much for chatting with us. We'll obviously stay in touch with you because we need to know when all the courses are and how one must sign up. And we're looking forward to seeing lots of coaches coming through the ranks.
Thanks, JP.
There we go, folks. Nazeem Adams, Head of Education at Western Province Rugby. And so exciting. They're busy with all of these level courses, strength and conditioning courses as well. And so looking forward to this Western Province Rugby high performance coaching course specifically for women. So we'll keep you updated on that because we think that is very important. And then, of course, just remember, sign up on that World Rugby platform to get, as Nazeem said, get your levels, your passport. Get your passport out the way. He says it's not difficult. I might myself be doing it so that I can understand it better. Folks, we'll take an ad break. When we come back from break, we'll carry on talking about what's happening in the world of Western Province Club Rugby.